Okay. Okay. Hello, Hassan. Um, I have your play blasts here, and let's first take a look at what we have because it's very important for see where the animation is going before we jump into the graph editor or anything like that. Okay. This is your front view, and we have just seen the side view as well. There are a few things, a couple of things that are really, sticking out. Otherwise, I think it's pretty nicely done. We have we can see the weight shifts in the front view, although they can be improved a bit, but still, it's there. And the things that you said you were concerned about, the jitters and the jerks, well, they're always a part of the polishing process, and we're gonna take a look at that. So yeah, I can see that. I assume that this is the thing that you were talking about when you said that the animation is not coming as smooth as you would like. So yeah, don't worry about it. It's all part of the polishing process. But overall, I think it's pretty nicely done. Okay, so let's see. Um, let's turn on the nerves curves. And the thing that you were, your other question, that how do you animate without moving the main controller? This is exactly how you animate without the main controller. This is exactly, the same thing that you've done. This is exactly how you do it without, the moving the main controller after you do a stationary cycle. So, but I see that you have some keys on the main controller as well, but that's fine. The keys are not doing anything. And I want to see where the other keys are. I don't see any keys on the squash and stretch control. And let's see what we have here. Now the keys on 0, and then on 3, and then on... Oh, okay. This is kind of interesting. This key needs to be snapped because, it's not falling on any frame as such. This one is falling on frame 0. This one is also falling, somewhere. Let me just show you. If I flip from keys to keys, I have the first key, as you can see here, on 0. But when I go to the next key is not 2 or 3, it is 2.88. So I assume that you probably scaled the timeline or something. Like, for example, you grab these keys and, you sort of probably scaled them around or something like this. And when you do this, you usually can, get the keys in fractions and not exact frames. And that can be a problem in rendering, so make sure you avoid this kind of thing when you're, this is it's better that as soon as you scale your keys up or down, you should go and snap your keys immediately so that they're falling on exact, frame numbers, on whole numbers, on integers like frame number 2 or frame number 3. 2.88, this frame is not going to be rendered when you send this file out for rendering. Or frame number 5.76 is not going to be rendered. And for the sake of organizing your shots, it's always better that as soon as you have scaled your keys up or down, you select them all and snap them. So this was just the main control of the upper body, but I think it is better if I select all of these guys and select the entire timeline. Do you have any keys after that? No, you don't have any keys after that. Okay. Select the entire timeline, select these guys, and then snap. Snap, 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 snap. Okay. So I think we have some issues with the organization of the keys as well. So for now I will just um undo the snap, and let's see where the keys are lying. So we have some keys here, we have some keys in the vertical squash and stretch control right here, and yeah, we have the squash here, we have normal position here apparently, yeah, almost, and then we have squash here, we have normal or stretch here. Great. Okay. And we have the keys and pull vectors. Yeah, they're kind of apart. And we have the keys on the feet. Okay. Okay, you seem to have a key in every frame over here. And I think I will, yeah, it can be necessary at times, but I think that you don't need to put a key on every frame in in this very situation. Okay, so like I said that I'm trying to focus more a bit on 2D for some time. The main reason is that I feel that it's important to understand the fundamentals of animation from a traditional perspective so that we can appreciate those principles and then bring them to the CG environment. And that is why most of the animators, even if they don't do traditional animation themselves, they find that it's kind of almost necessary to go and understand the workflows of traditional animation so that they can try and understand how the animators used to think before the advent of computers, and then bring that that frame of mind, that thought process into the CG environment. So the most important thing in that frame of mind is that you think in terms of poses and drawings, not in terms of NURBS curves and graph editor and everything. But again, there are as many workflows as there are animators. So I cannot say that what I am doing or the way I am approaching this shot is the best way or the only way, and this is the only way you can follow. I am just trying to show you how I would personally approach this shot. Okay, so first of all, I think that I need to snap all these keys like we did a little moment back. And yeah, I can see right here that the keys, I think the keys are on the foot, right? Yeah, I don't think that there's need to put a key in every frame over here. On the main control of your body, you don't have your keys that much closer. Even on this foot you don't have your keys here, but you have your keys very close almost in every frame over here. And there's also in the same spot is that when the foot is between the contact and the squash position. Okay, since you're doing a walk cycle, I assume that you already know about how to approach a walk cycle. and you have seen the walk cycle tutorials in Animator Survival Kit and whatnot, but I just want to give a brief overview, just in case that you or anyone else who might be watching this video might not be familiar with you know with the basics of walk from an observer's and an observing animator's point of view, not necessarily a CG animator. Okay, so I have a bunch of animation programs over here and I'm kind of confused which one I should use. I think for now I want to use TV Paint animation. And where do I have TV Paint animation? I have TV Paint Animation 9 Pro right here. And the main reason for using okay, I'll just go and use Flipbook. I think I am more comfortable with Flipbook, and I really like Flipbook because of its simplicity and power that it offers. Okay, so I'll just create a new scene and I will go and I want 24 frames here. Thank you very much. And I want 3 levels. I want 24 FPS and okay. Right. Okay. So I will not be talking from the point of view of a full biped character with arms and legs and head and whatnot. I will just do a few quick sketches in the same shape as the character, as the rig that you're using here. So for a walk there are basically 4 basic poses that you need to that kind of repeat themselves. So the 4 basic poses are, the first one is the contact pose. This is your contact pose. I'm drawing very rough right now, but I think it will do for now. Okay, the first pose is contact. I will turn on the light table and I want it to be in straight ahead mode, and now let's go to the in-betweening mode, and I just want, no, I'll go and draw in the straight ahead mode. Okay, whatever. Okay, I want to redo this drawing a little bit. I want to draw it a bit larger so that you can see it better, and I want to increase the size of the eraser a bit. Yeah. Okay. So basically there are 4 basic poses. This is your character. The first one is the contact pose, and this is sort of how it, no. Okay, I have sort of drawn it, kind of wrong, because the left leg would be sort of here, and the left leg would be sort of a little backwards, and the body would be, sort of not exactly perpendicular to the camera, but would more be sort of, angled with the back here and the front there. But well, so I just want to focus on the 4 poses for now. Okay, you have the contact pose, and then you have a squash position where the foot is firmly now on the ground and has taken the weight of the body, and this is kind of lower than your contact position. So, and this also, you know, kind of comes a bit down. So you have your contact down, then you come to your passing position, which is more or less the same height as your, you know, this position. Or if you want to take it to, you know, an easier way to approach this, what we can do is that instead of going to the passing position, we can we just did a contact, and then the next drawing we do is again a contact, the other contact, and we basically, this is the body, the pelvis region, and this is the other leg, the left leg, which is now coming in the front, and the right leg has gone kind of, you know, towards the back. And I think this approach is a lot, you know, easier to follow than the other approach. This is your knee, this is your knee, and ignore the dirty drawings for now. Okay, now we can now we have the contact poses. Contact. Then we come to the passing position. Passing position is also pretty much the same height as this, and I want to bring it to in-betweening mode. Previous and next. Okay, thank you very much. Pretty much the same height, and this leg is now pretty much in the middle, and that's why it's called the passing position, because the legs are passing from front to back and back to front, and this leg is pretty much, this foot is kind of here. Okay, then between contact and between passing position comes the down position, or the squash position. Now this is gonna be, you know, kind of, the body is gonna be kind of lower than the normal position, because now the gravity is acting on this, and the foot is taking the weight of the body. And this thing is coming here, taking the weight. And between the passing and the contact position comes the up or the overshoot position. Up position or the overshoot position. This is where the body is, you know, between the passing position and the other contact, and goes a little bit upward to give the feet some margin to pass from the previous position to the next. And this is pretty much the highest position of the body. And the foot is pretty much ready to take the contact. The other foot is pretty much ready to take the contact. So I will just let go of this drawing, I guess, for now. Or maybe I can just let it go for now. So yeah, we have contact, we have squash, we have passing position, we have overshoot position. These are basically the four main poses: your contacts, your down position, and then your passing position, and then your overshoot position, and then again your other contact position. So these are the positions that we should have in mind before we start setting our keys in Maya. And I can see that you have your positions pretty much in place. You have your contact, then you have your down, then you have your passing, and this is where the trouble comes in. For normal generic walk, it's usually all these drawings are spaced kind of 3 drawings from each other. For example, if the first drawing is on frame number 1, then the next drawing is gonna be on frame number 4, and then 7, and then 10, and then 13. So it's basically 12 frames for one step. And this is pretty much what is it gonna look like, a single step of yours. And this is sort of the result and the timing that we want in 3D as well. So first we need to space these things according to this. I think you do have your initial poses on time, like you have it on 0, then on 3, then on 6, then on 9, and then on 12. 12, and then 14, and I assume that your main keys are gonna be here: 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 17, 20, and 23. Okay. First, let's see what's going on over here. I am first of all interested in the translate curves. Your translate Z is looks pretty good actually. I think you have the movement pretty much locked here, although I guess I would not, like these uh, sort of kinks in the Z movement as much. So let's say where these guys are in the timeline. So it kind of speeds up a little bit here, whereas Z then slows down a bit. I guess I will want to bring it in place again. It's extremely important that you keep looking at your viewport while you're adjusting your keys in the craft editor, because you don't want any unwanted results in the viewport. um, if I bring this guy a little back, yeah, I think it's better like this. Actually it went in the other direction. But we need to see where it is coming from and where is it going.